that they want to pitch to the community, and we let you all decide which business is the best. So my awesome, amazing, brilliant, lovely co-host Lene Javette is here. How you doing today, Lene?
I am doing so good. I have missed being here. Happy New Year to you and to all the people who watch us out there. It is good to be back.
Yeah. And we some weeks we can't do Life's a Pitch just because our schedules are so crazy, but we have some archived episodes that you guys should check out. And the reason that we do Life's a Pitch is because we want Black business owners to have a chance to pitch to the community so that you guys can make money. You can get your business off the ground. You can get community support. You can get the respect you deserve. And why do we do this? Well, also because we're B1. That means we put our community first. We solve our own problems. We build for ourselves. We can do this. We are Black owned. So everybody type hashtag Black owned business in the chat. Type hashtag Black owned business if you agree, or hashtag B1, either one, whichever one you want to type. Put that in the chat to let us know that you agree with this philosophy. We need Black owned business. So Lene, first and foremost, let me ask you, do you mind sort of sharing with everybody what the rules are for Life's a Pitch and how to get invited on and all that stuff?
Absolutely. So basically, this is a virtual pitch contest, right? Where, like Dr. Boyce said, Black-owned businesses get to come and they get to pitch. Now, it's a little bit different than a traditional pitch because normally you would be getting onto an elevator and Dr. Boyce or Oprah or Jay-Z or whomever is your go-to person is on that elevator and you would be spitting game about your business. So it would just be a 30 to 90 second pitch, right? Now we're doing this virtually. So you literally have to do your pitch via video, like how I'm speaking to you right now, and then you have to submit it. Now, if you would like to submit a pitch, it needs to be less than 90 seconds, which is a minute and a half. And you have to do it through the form. That means you can't email it to me. You can't email it to Dr. Boyce. You can't put it in a DM. You have to use the form. How do you get to the form? You go to www.blackeconomics.
It's actually allblackeconomics.com. If you get on the email list, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if you go to www.allblackeconomics.com, you're going to get on the email list. Okay. You're going to actually join the email list. When you do that, you're going to get a free copy of Dr. Boyce's book, and you will be on the list to be notified when we are looking for contestants, which we're looking for contestants. So if you want to get on the show, go to allblackeconomics.com. Join the email list. We will probably be shooting out an email tonight or tomorrow saying that we are looking for contestants. You will get a link in your emails to go and fill out the form. Make sure when you fill out the form that you upload a link to your video, because if you don't have a video, we can't hear you pitch. So that's super important. If you have already done that, submit it to be a guest or a contestant and you haven't heard anything back, you probably didn't upload a video. So that's super important. We've gotten multiple submissions without videos. Okay. And this is a virtual pitch. You got to have a video. So that's basically how you get on and get your business in front of thousands upon tens of hundreds of thousands of people. It doesn't cost you anything. We get to come and support your business. Dr. Boyce calls it a wealth mob. Mm-hmm. And he says, sometimes there's cash, but this is not cash. This is wealth. So it can come by way of referral. It can come by way of marketing. It can come by way of people spending money at your business. It can come by way of just having people critique your business so that you can be in a better position to do business. All right. All of that helps you to create wealth. So with that being said.
All right. So so make sure you follow the rules. Make sure you submit your video. If you don't submit a video, your pitch cannot be considered. The way you will be notified when we're looking for contestants is you have to be on the email list. You can go to allblackeconomics.com. You not only get a free e-copy of my book, but you also get notified when we're looking for pitch contestants. So make sure you got that. Everybody got it? Give me a yes in the chat if you heard the rules and understand what we're talking about. And also, just so you know, we really want your businesses to do well. And so a lot of the students in the Black Business School, you're creating these companies and you need customers and things like that. So our goal is to help you get customers. I want to see you make money. I want to see you make $1 trillion as soon as possible. So that's what it is. That's why we created this platform. That's why we're doing this right now. So Lene, shall I go ahead and just begin the process and pull out our first pitch? Okay, wait. Did Lene nod, or did you hear me, Lene?
I'm sorry. Yes, I had it on mute because I was trying to pull up YouTube so I could be in the comments talking to the people. Yes.
Oh, okay. I was a little bit worried. I was like, oh, did I do something wrong?
No.
All right. Okay, great. All right, so we're going to pull up the first pitch, which is from a sister who runs a company called 4D Organics. And 4D Organics, we're going to find out what they do. And also what we're going to do is when we play the pitch, we're going to critique the pitch and let you know what we think. And then you can let us know what you think. And we can then help the sister have a stronger Black-owned business that way. So here we go. So introducing 4D Organics.
Hello, my name is MJ Shante. I am the owner of 4D Organics, a plant-based holistic care company that provides wonderful products with you in mind. I have a background of making great products for the skin and other things of the body. And I get these recipes from my family and I've tweaked them over the years. One thing I love about my products is they are from the earth. We need to get back to putting things back in our bodies that is from the earth. Our skin is our biggest organ, and what we put on our skin.
Oh, Dr. Boyson went mute. It went quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Gave some out to people in the community, let them see how they like it, taking their feedback, just to see what I can do to make a difference. One thing as a business owner, we need to get back to working in our community. That is very important. I can't say that enough. So if you don't know anything about me today, know that I have a plant-based holistic care company and that I love making holistic care products such as my turmeric soap and my turmeric scrubs and things for the men as well. But you can look me up at 4dorganics.com. Thank you.
All right. So Lene, I don't know if that was unfair that I hit the mute button. I didn't know that I was muting her. Sorry, I'm just muting with the technology again. We'll go. Let's go ahead and break it down based on what we saw, and then we can also play her video again so everybody can hear it. So Lene, what are your thoughts on what you just saw?
So overall, I thought it was good. Overall, I like the concept of her business. Her packaging was beautiful. I haven't gone to her website to look at it, but just overall, I thought it was good. Immediately, I was like, oh, I love her background. That was the first thing I was like, oh, I love her background. And so I was excited to hear what she had to say. Then once she started speaking, her energy level was super low. So I was excited. I loved her background. She looked like she was about to say something super exciting. And then the energy was low. So I would highly recommend when you talk about your business, be excited, because whoever you're pitching it to, whoever you're talking to, they're going to match your level of excitement or engagement. So if I'm excited to hear about it, and then you come in monotone or low, you're going to make me come down to where you are. So I would just say more energy. And then practice your pitch. She had a small pause and a couple of ums and, the looking around, trying to figure it out. Nothing wrong with that. I think she might have been nervous, like she came across a little bit nervous. So just practice your pitch. Again, not a ding, just practicing your pitch will make you stronger, will make you better. This is one of those, and then I just said, right? This is one of those things that's more of a tip. And I'm not going to ding it. I would say this is more of a tip. And it's something that I just catch. If you're talking about hair care and you're talking about your product, I want to see that you use the product. So you had, I think she had dreads in or something like that. And not dreads. You're supposed to call them dreads. Locks. She had locks in. And so, your hair is up. You can't really say I use my product and this is what it's done for me. So I'm not dinging for that. But one of the things that as a business owner or entrepreneur, as a coach, when I'm teaching my clients or I'm talking to my clients, I'm saying product placement is important. If you use your product, you should show that you use your product. If you wear your product, you should show that you wear your product. I understand her hair is up, but just for future reference, if you're talking about your product, make sure you show and say, I use this product and I've grown 3 inches, or it's made my hair this soft and supple. You just kind of want to show it. And then lastly, good job giving out the website. Maybe a CTA, go check out my website. If you're ready to, grow your hair a little bit longer, if you're ready for something, go check out my website. So when you give your website at the end, make sure you give it with the CTA so that you direct people to your site and you tell them what to do.
Okay, good. I like that. That's a good breakdown. What I'm gonna say is I like the product. I like her energy in terms of, like, she does come off as somebody that knows what she's talking about. I like the fact that she had a story to go along with the product. Stories are powerful, and I would encourage everybody to think about whether or not there's a story connected to your journey as an entrepreneur, or why you're selling this product, or why this is important to you. I think people, and that connects to the other part that I noticed it was almost like she was on a mission, kind of like, our skin is important for us, and it's the biggest cell, I think the biggest cell in our body, or something like that, or the biggest living organ, or something like that. And I was listening to that, right? I was catching that, like, oh, I didn't know that, right? And I think that sort of giving the why and the mission behind the product is just as important as the product itself. Because if you give people the why, then they'll figure out the what and the how on their own. They'll want the what and the how. You can't give them the what and the how without the why. You want to put the horse in front of the cart. So one thing about it also was I felt like she didn't know quite what she wanted to say, and she kind of just kept going on and on. And I was a little bit lost with that. So I think that, in terms of a more concise pitch, that might have been beneficial to be able to more concretely and directly lay out your case for your product. But overall, I liked it. I liked the URL. The URL was, 4dorganics.com, easy to remember. And so I think everybody should support what the sisters got going on. In fact, if you want to support any of the businesses you see on the show today, their information is actually in the chat. So there you go. All right. So let's go to the next pitch. All right. You ready for the next pitch, Miss Lene?
I am.
All right. So the next pitch is let me pull this up. You're going to hear a black man talking in one moment. It looks like let me put some Frio on it. Super tea. Okay, super tea. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. Let's see. Super. That sounds very interesting. All right. So here we go.
How y'all doing? My name is Milton McBride. I represent Let Me Put Some Frio on It, LLC. This right here is my brand new tea. So it's super herbal tea. And what it does is that it has 44 herbs in it. And it helps boost the immune system, helps balance out the blood sugar levels, loaded with a lot of minerals and vitamins and high in iron and things like that. I just feel like us as a black community, like, no matter how rich we get and things like that, like, the number one thing that always gets us, besides police brutality, is our health. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how many rappers who have, like, been rich, successful, how many millionaires. Like, look at the guy that played Black Panther. I forgot his name. But, died from cancer or whatever. And it's like, I feel like it's just because we put our health last. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like health is wealth. It's a black-owned company, corporation, LLC. And this is something for the people. This is one of the things that I feel like is lacking in our community. So thank you guys for the opportunity. Like I said, my name is Milton McBride. And you guys have a good day.
All right, Lene, give us an assessment of that pitch for that product for which there was no website given where we can actually go buy it.
I was coming back. Like, no CTA, no website. I just wrote it down as you were saying it. So we'll start there. I mean, no CTA, no website. Like, even if the pitch was stellar, we don't even know where to go to get the product. But let's start with presentation. there's two different presentations I want to touch on. Number one, the product branding was dope. Let me start there because I do brand consulting and I develop brands. So I'm always looking at brand development. Love the product. It was really nicely put together. The colors looked good. I was like, oh, this is nicely developed because that's what I do. The second presentation is the presentation as a business owner. You do not, and I'm trying to decide how I'm going to preface this because you do not do a pitch in a wave cap. You don't. Now, I say that to say this, it depends on your business because depending on what you're selling, it might be applicable. You know, if you're a hip hop mogul or you're doing some type of hip hop magazine or just, certain things are okay to have the wave cap. But if you're selling tea, depending on who your target market is, you want to come on and you want to pitch from the perspective of looking like a business owner. Okay. So presentation matters, right? You have the dope presentation of the product, have the dope presentation of the CEO. Good branding. It was very informative. You did a really good job of highlighting the benefits, why you should get it, why it's important, how it's made, what comes in it. I thought that was really good. I would just say practice your pitch. Practice your pitch. Your pitch. Know what you want to say. Know what's important to you to present to your audience. Practice your pitch and make sure if you practice your pitch, you would have a CTA. You would have a call to action at the end. You would remember to do your website if you practice it. Because to go through all of that and to give us all that information and for somebody to say, oh, that's dope, I like it, I want to buy it and support it, and then not give them a way to do it, it was a waste. Okay, so just make sure you're practicing your pitch so you don't miss any opportunities to get business by having a call to action and making sure that you're dropping your website.
Yeah. So let's start with the first thing that definitely stood out is you have to give people a way to buy your product. Once you persuade them that this is that this is the thing to do, you got to tell them how to do it. You got to tell them where to go. I think that was an oversight that I think the brother might regret, because if somebody wants to buy your product and wants to give you their money, they don't even know how to get it or how to get it to you, right? So that's important. Also, I like the mission. I like it's obviously there's sort of a good sense of purpose in, stating things like health is wealth. We all know health is wealth, and I agree with that 100%. I think that the downside, though, is I don't think you want to depress people by talking about somebody who just died. It was a little bit depressing. Like he's like the guy from Black Panther, who died, and that's a little bit of a downer. I think you want people to be excited about your product. Also, I think going to your point from earlier, you got to practice your pitch. Be clear about what you want to say. And so it didn't seem like he was really sure what he wanted to say. And I don't doubt the quality of the product. What it looks like is it could be, I'm guessing maybe it's a white labeling type situation. I don't know. I assume he doesn't have a factory in his backyard that manufactures tea. So he probably, I imagine it's white label, which is fine, But if that's the case, then, number one, learn the hell out of your product and why people should buy it. And then two, make that brand into yours. Be real clear about why buying this tea from you is better than buying that same tea from somebody else, because other people are selling it too. And I think that's where brand differentiation becomes really important. I think outside of that, I'm glad he's making his moves. I would encourage anybody in here that really wants to tighten up your business game, get some training, go work with some people that are running businesses that are getting things done. There are plenty of programs out there and things like that can help you with this. And actually, in the Black Business School, blackmoney103.com is actually our entrepreneurship program. So feel free to take a look at blackmoney103.com. I think the first month is free, so you can give it a try. And also, some of you are asking, how do you submit your pitch? Here's how you submit your pitch. You ready? Are you listening? Say yes if you're listening. The way you submit your pitch, and we're going to repeat this over and just so you know that people come in and out. So that's why people ask the question that we answered earlier. But the way you submit your pitch is you have to get on the email list. We only take pitches from people that are already in our tribe, which means you have to be on the list. And the way to get on the list and to get a free copy of my book is to go to allblackeconomics.com. If you're on the list, then we will send out the call for submissions. We operate within the family. Our family has about 500,000 people in it. but we want you in the family. We go to family first, which is a Black economic principle. You start with the people that take care of you. You take care of the people that take care of you first. So if you're in our tribe and you're already on the list, then that means you've had our back. So we're going to have yours. You can submit your pitch, submit your video. If it's selected, we will let you know, and we will bring your pitch on. And be ready because people will buy from you. If your pitch is good, people will buy from you. Like Tootie Cakes. I know that wasn't what they were called, but I just keep calling them Tootie Cakes. Like
Ziggy and Tootie Cakes. You just forget.
Yeah, Ziggy and Tootie Cakes. I bet you that they got some sales, when they were here, and that's what happens when people come on the platform and they do a good job. They make money. Their life changes. They have extra income in the bank, and that's what I want to happen for you. But just know that the audience isn't stupid either. If they're not impressed, they're not going to buy, right? They might support you in some other way. They might, clap for you and say, good luck, brother, or good luck, sister, but they're not going to buy something that doesn't benefit them. So it's up to you to decide, how am I going to convince people that buying my product is good for them? Because if you do it right and you do it well, then guess what? Next thing you know, you got an extra $10,000, $20,000 in your bank account. Okay. All right. So Miss Lene, did you have any thoughts before I move to the next video?
No, I think that you said it. You said it all.
All right, great. Okay, everybody who's watching, by the way, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button, and all that good stuff. And also, we didn't tell them about the Women of Wealth conference that you are hosting with Fly Nubian Queen next week, or Women of Wealth Weekend. Women of Wealth Weekend takes place the weekend of January 30th, and there is a long list of really amazing Black female experts in all areas related to wealth and business and everything else. And Lene is the main host. She's running the show. And it's sponsored by Fly Nubian Queen. And I'll share with you guys the landing page for the Women of Wealth Weekend. So it's a 2-day event. And basically it's all about business, money, and asset protection. These are Black women that just have it going on. Constance Carter runs the largest Black-owned real estate firm in all of California. Cassandra Cummings is the founder of Stocks and Stilettos. Miss Vicky Dillard, who is known all around the world. Jade Arundel will be there. Takesha Ortiz, a wealth coach. Yolanda Spivey, an insurance expert. Shaim Muhammad, the wealth doula. Simone Kissan, who's very, very big in cannabis. You've got Charlene Boyd, who is an event planner. She's actually planning our wedding. Candace Hodges, one of the best hairstylists I've seen. Dr. Nicole Price, who's climbed the corporate ladder. Madam President, aka Chanel Walker. There's a lady I know by the name of Dr. Alicia, my wife-to-be, who happens to be a couples counselor, licensed therapist, and full professor of social work. Sin Miller, CEO and founder of Black on the Job Academy. Adrian Tree, CEO of DNA Financial Solutions. Faye Bishop, who you've seen on this platform many times. She is not just a great businesswoman, but she's also a well-known personality. And the list goes on and on. There's just so many people. Rebecca Samuel, CPA, attorney Nicole Compton, Miss Tina Berry, Ranique West, who actually runs the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. So the list goes on and on. So if you want to learn more about the Women of Wealth Weekend, you can actually go to womenofwealthweekend.com. And it's ladies only. So sorry, fellas, we'll have to have something for the men later. This is just for the ladies. So when the women are talking, I know when to shut up. So I won't even be there myself. I'm just going to walk in just to say hello, and then, let you ladies kind of do your thing. So there we go. All right. Anything you want to say about that before I jump to the video, Lene?
Just that we're going to have a good time. I'm super excited for this weekend. It's going to be so much fun, camaraderie, sisterhood, money talk, love and money, relationships, asset protection. Like we're gonna have fun. I'm super excited for this weekend. I cannot wait.
Yeah, there's a session called Financial Lovemaking. I forgot to mention that. Financial Lovemaking. And what are some of the other sessions? Let me see. Conquering the corporate ladder, creating a life-changing side hustle, investing your way to the top, protecting your financial assets, making money with an online course. That's a big deal. How to make money, how to teach an online class and make money. People are making millions of dollars doing this stuff.
Millions.
So I know that that's your thing. And so feel free to check it out. It's womenofwealthweekend.com. And, I think you guys are going to like it. Okay. So Lene, we are ready for the next video. So let me see if I can share my screen, because I always do this wrong. Everybody who's watching, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Very important. Please do that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share my audio and I'm going to play the video. Here we go now.
Consultants, and I'm happy to be before you today. Greetings. My name is Dawn Sartor Moore, founder and CEO of More to Life Consultants, and I'm happy to be before you today. So I ask you a few questions. Are you ready to be comfortable being uncomfortable? Are you ready to recognize that you are worth the investment? And are you ready to make every moment count? And the answer to all those questions really should be yes. And if so, then I'm the woman that you want to connect with, because we are the optimal career development organization at More to Life Consultants. So not only are we supporting your executive, career, and life coaching needs, we also do team building activities that will allow you to assess the effectiveness of your teams through practical applications and assessment that are created just for your team. So if you're recognizing that you're ready to move and transform your team and organization, or yourself in recognizing your purpose, I invite you to connect. I may be reached at m2lifeconsultants.com, or you may reach me at 404-965-2640 or 855-888-2840. We understand that life changes in the blink of an eye, and it's important to live your best life each day and on purpose. Dawn Sartor Moore, founder, CEO, More to Life Consultants.
All right. So Miss Lene, More to Life Consultants. MoreToLifeConsultants.com. All right. So what do you think about More to Life Consultants, Miss Lene?
Okay, so overall, I thought it was a great pitch. She had good energy. She smiled all the way through. She made me smile. She spoke well. At the beginning, my notes say, what was her name? What was the name of her business? It was a little bit rushed or low or something at the beginning, and I didn't catch her name or the name of the business clearly. But then everything kind of slowed out, and she asked the probing question and then answered it and talked about what they do as a business and why you should be interested. And then it closed really good. At the end, I got it. m2life.com, More to Life Consulting. And so overall, I think it was a good pitch. The background could have used a little bit of work, and the clarity of the video could have used a little bit of work. But again, when you're doing a real pitch, you're face to face. There's no background. There's no there's no camera. So if she was just pitching live, I think she did a great job. Just speak a little bit clearer so that people get the name of your name and your business. But overall, I think she did a really good job.
Okay. Yeah, I thought she did a good job too. She did a good job explaining what she does. And you're right. The background, was a little bit flat, but and I think I almost feel like maybe with consulting, I think it does kind of help to have a background that sort of speaks to your personality a little bit, right? And I'll tell you what, I'm Googling something because I want to actually show you all something that really speaks to the impact of background. And you guys are gonna laugh when I show this to you, if I can find the right screenshot. But let me just keep talking as I find an image that reflects what I'm trying to say here. Background matters, like what you actually put up really, because the thing is that, remember that your words only do part of your talking. Like only a little bit of your communication is actually in your words. A lot of your communication comes in the image, right? And so here's the image I want to show you guys to kind of make my point, because I think this is actually quite smart in its own way. Kevin Samuels, right? Now, Kevin Samuels is this dating consultant who is very controversial, right? Some people love him, some people hate him. It's fine, but he's really popular. And the interesting thing that I think helps things work for him, if you compare this image here, look at this image, and then we can compare it to previous images. He's wearing this suit. He's got the candles lit. The lights are dimmed. He's got the nice studio equipment. He has this little hypnotic thing that kind of rocks back and forth and twists and turns while you're watching. So, and he's drinking a glass of something, and it gives this sort of image of sophistication and like, I'm the sophisticated consultant, right? So you should listen to me. Whereas if you went back, maybe a few years earlier, he didn't have that image, but when he wasn't popular, it was a little bit more plain. He still kind of had the Gucci and all that stuff, but it wasn't like the sophisticated image that you see now, which is to me very deliberate. Like it's very deliberate that he looks this way now. Like somebody talked to him or he talked to himself and said, if I change this, then I can get, more viewership on my channel, whatever. Like here's an old image of him, not a bad one, but it's different, right? And then I saw another one with him wearing a t-shirt, etc. And when I saw that, I said, that's interesting. So when you think about what you look like, I think it's really important to process that, because when people are thinking about giving you their money as a consultant, a lot of their evaluation of you is going to come from what they see. I don't know what you think about that. I don't know if Kevin Samuels was a good or bad example to use, because I know he's controversial, but I didn't care. My goal was to actually explain the concept. And so, but I'd like to get your thoughts on that, Lene. I mean, I know you're really brand conscious. You're very image conscious. Was anything I said on point?
Everything you said was on point. It goes back to what we were talking about with Milton and the wave cap. Presentation matters. People judge you. Let me rephrase that. People judge your business based on what they see from the CEO. So all of it matters. Now, when you start talking about pricing, how much you charge, all that goes back to brand. Like if you look crazy, I'm not paying you $1,000. You could look super dope nice and not know what you're talking about and not even have a good product, but you look the part, people pay $1,000. Branding is super important. Image representation is super important. So no, everything you said was on point.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, and really what's funny is that, I'm aware of these things, and sometimes I even break those rules, like every day I go out here, I don't always look like a professor, but what you will see with me is I'm usually wearing something like this that reminds you of what I value and what matters to me. I've got my Black Business School Panther in the background. The Panther's named after my grandmother, by the way, Felicia, who taught me about wealth, so she's an important part of what I do. And so the only reason I don't dress, with the tie and all that stuff is because I just don't care. Like I know what the trade-off is, right? I know that people who don't know me are going to be like, okay, this guy with a t-shirt on, he can't be a real professor, because professors don't wear t-shirts. They wear suits and ties. I just don't care, because I know people that know me, they're going to know who I am. And the people that don't know me, so who's big deal? I'm not in this for the popularity. But if I were in this for the popularity, if I were in it for the fame and the money, I would actually do a little bit more of what Kevin does, because he's actually onto something in terms of image. But again, I think Kevin's just such a hard example to use, just because, I think there's so many people who have issue with the way he carries himself and does things, but you cannot take away the fact that what he's doing is actually working. And so for those of you that are doing something different, make sure what you're doing is working, figure out what needs to happen, because if it's not working, you're doing it wrong. Right. Because
I think very good point, though, Dr. Boyce, because specifically to you and to Kevin and to anyone, even if we're talking about Milton, brand representation and presentation, it does change based on the audience that you're in front of. So I've known you and I've known you for 6-7 years. I've been following you for probably like 10. But to your point, when you're talking on, I'm just throwing something out there, maybe CNN, maybe some type of news broadcast or something like that, you're going to show up in a tie and you're going to have your signature vest on and you're going to talk to the people. When you're on your platform and you're having a casual conversation, you're going to represent your brand through words in a t-shirt. When you're talking to, based on who you're talking to, who you're getting in front of, what part of your brand you want to represent, you look like it. It doesn't have to be the same all the time. Sometimes I have to wear a jacket and I'm sitting here and I'm talking and I'm being, sophisticated. Sometimes I'll be in a t-shirt that says blackity black. Sometimes, who am I talking to? What's my audience? How do I feel? Sometimes I don't have my makeup on and I don't have no eyebrows on and I'm coming from the gym. You represent your brand multiple different ways. So it's not one dimensional. It has layers depending on the things that you talk about and the people that you're getting in front of and where you're going to be. Hey, Ashley Basie, I see you. Shout out to Phoenix.
Well, what's funny is I was, as you were talking, I Googled myself, which sounds kind of weird, but but here's some different looks. So you're right. I do wear ties and I do I will shift the look if necessary, right? If I'm doing something that requires me to be a little more professionally. Some of these pictures are a little bit old, but it's funny. I'm when I'm speaking here I am at the AG Gaston conference, I guess about a year ago. That's one of my books, Black American Money. So you can see, that there is a shift in the look depending on where I am. Like here's a t-shirt look. And here's another just random, I don't know. But long story short, I think that you want to always be conscious of what you're gaining, what you're giving up by how you choose to present yourself that day. And the one thing I did notice too is that not everybody knows me the way I know myself. So, so if you are like I'll give you an example. I saw a guy who was a psychiatrist, and he was doing his YouTube videos, and he would kind of wear his hat on backward, and it had kind of a hip hop-ish kind of look. And it kind of was, it was, I don't know. I didn't know if it fit so well, right? It's like, if I already know you're a psychiatrist, then maybe that works. But if I don't know that, and I'm trying to figure out who you are and what you represent, then maybe that's not the best first look that a person should have of you, right? So I say these things hesitantly because I break my own rules a lot, and I think it's just really it's a trade-off where at the very least, if you know what the rules are, then you can know what your trade-off is when you decide to relax the constraint. So, yep. Okay, so let me give you guys a quick summary. We're doing Life's a Pitch, where we watch Black-owned businesses pitch, do short pitches of their business so that the audience can see them. All the links and all the information to all the businesses is in the description of this video. You can go support these Black-owned businesses if you choose to do so. We're asking you to do so because Black-owned businesses are important. We need more businesses. We need better business owners. We need to make more products. We need to take care of our own community. If you want to get on the list to present or to pitch, get on the email list. We will only invite people to pitch if they're on the email list. So you can get on the email list by registering at allblackeconomics.com. You will also get a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar. So go there, get on the list, wait, chill out for a little bit while we go through the submissions that we have, and we will send out a request for submissions probably in the next week or so. So Lene, I know that you are super busy with your doctoral work and everything else. So I figured we can go ahead and shut it down. What say you, Lene?
I say I'm good with it. I'm good with it. It was great to be back tonight. We had some good pitches. Are you going to vote?
You know what? Let's not do the vote this time. I'm hesitant about the vote because I feel like the vote. I don't know. I'm going to talk to you about it privately. Decide if we should even make it a competition and more so just a presentation, right? Where we can just say, look, everybody's a winner because you're doing your best. And I'm super proud of everybody who's presenting their business idea. Just know you got to pitch. You got to make an offer if you want to make money. If you want, who in here, give me a yes or no. Who in here wants to make more money? Give me a yes in the chat. If you say yes, that you want to make more money, you got to learn how to pitch something. You got to sell something. You got to offer something. An offer does not mean that you're forcing things on people. It doesn't mean that you're being a jerk. It doesn't mean whatever. No, you find out what people need and you offer it to them. That's simple. That's where millionaires come from. That's where billionaires come from. They find out what people want and they offer it to them. So everyone must learn how to make a pitch. Give me a yes in the chat if you follow what I'm saying. Give me a yes. Okay. All right. So Miss Lene, thank you so much. And I'm going to show everybody where you can follow Lene. You should everyone on earth should be following Lene Javette if you're not doing that already. That's her information. I am Lene Javette on all social media. So please follow her. She's very smart. And also those of you that want to attend the Women of Wealth conference or Women of Wealth weekend that Lene is hosting next weekend. You can go to womenofwealthweekend.com. That's womenofwealthweekend.com. There's over 20 different experts from different backgrounds, financially and otherwise. They have sessions on financial lovemaking, on building a bulletproof business, on building a life-changing side hustle, how to make money selling, how to make money with an online course, all kinds of stuff, right? So you can go to womenofwealthweekend.com if you want to register. So thanks a lot, Lene. It's great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye, guys.
All right. Take care, everybody.